the only thing more magical than Disney music is Disney music gone classical. And as soon as I discovered the existence of that very CD, Disney Goes Classical, I had to jump at it and see what it was like. And the verdict is that it's pretty great. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm pretty tone deaf. I'm not musically minded. I don't know all the lingo. I could think a track is wonderful, and somebody with a musical background might think that the composition is actually appalling. So I'm coming at this from the perspective of a Disney fan, not somebody who knows very much about orchestration. So I'm just going to go through each track and give a few opinions. I definitely recommend you check these out, particularly if one of your favourite Disney songs is in this list. It is an absolute delight and very soothing. So the first one, we started off with a song from my favourite Disney, and that's Mary Poppins, and we started off with the Overture. To be honest, it sounds a lot like the actual Overture, and I'm not sure how much of it was adjusted for this. I feel like they could have just taken the actual music as it exists and maybe tweaked it a tiny bit. It's absolutely beautiful. It's what I expected it would be. Obviously, with it being one of my favourite songs of all time, I am not able or willing to actually fault it. Then we have this one I was nervous about because I love this song and it is amazing. It is How Far I'll Go from Moana. The film itself, I can take or leave. This song, I love. The strings in this sound incredible, and the flute is amazing. I should also point out, although I'm fairly confident with those instruments there may be times when I say that a certain instrument was good, but actually there was a completely different instrument. Feel free to correct me on that. Aladdin, A Whole New World, it sounded quite like A Whole New World, just instrumental. Around the 120 mark, it sounded a bit more staccato. I don't know if that's just because the vocals had been taken away so I could hear the music more, but it didn't sound too different. The Lion King, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, definitely sounded different, because this one, to my surprise, had vocals. Now, Matteo Bocelli provides the vocals, and obviously they're gorgeous, absolutely stunning voice, but I was expecting this to all be instrumental, so it kind of disturbed me a little bit, shook me, because I'd had, 10 minutes of just beautiful instrumentals, and then all of a sudden there's this voice in my head, so I wasn't expecting it, and, it's a nice voice, but I think it ruined the actual, the instrumental side of it. We have a song from Princess and the Frog, the title of which has completely slipped from my head. Almost there. It's a decent song. I don't really have too much to say about this one. It's very lively and upbeat, good fun. Made me actually want to check out the original song. I've seen the film once. I don't really remember it. I certainly don't remember that song. I do, however, remember Go the Distance, the song from Hercules, and the only word I have for this is triumphant. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's powerful, it's amazing, and I just love it. My heart melted. Similar response to Pocahontas, but on the flip side, I wouldn't say it's triumphant. I'd say it's expertly ethereal and beautiful. Colours of the Wind starts off quite different. It sounds a lot more hollow and wooden and earthy. I believe it's a flute leading us in. It's a lot more gentle. I feel like I'm floating on a breeze. Really, it's a stunning rendition of Colours of the Wind. Then we have another vocal. We have When She Loved Me from Toy Story 2. I'm not familiar with this song. Much like Princess and the Frog, I've seen Toy Story 2 once. Don't remember the song. Have never had it on any other Disney CD. It was sung by the Opera Men. Really incredible voices. I definitely need to check out more work by the Opera Men. This song itself, not that bothered about. This version of Bare Necessities, we're back into instrumentals. Very lively, especially towards the end. A real hip swear, almost more than the actual song in the film itself. In Jungle Book, of course, I feel like this one's even more lively, and it makes you just want to tap your toes and get up and dance and feel the music. Really, it's a lot of fun and brilliant. On the flip side, while that is more lively than the original in my opinion, the version here of Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid is a lot more gentle. It's a lot more mellow. And I don't think it's as fun as the real version. You know, with the original version, I guess, you have Ariel's intonations and she'll stop and speak, and you know, the actual lyrics for that one are what make it quite popular and quite fun to play with, and you know, sing and I guess duet with Ariel. This one, it's nice, but I actually don't like it as much. This version of Beauty and the Beast, from Beauty and the Beast, obviously it's a song, whether sung by Angela Lansbury or Emma Thompson, that is very beautiful and gentle regardless. And this instrumental, you know, the orchestra just play it so beautifully. I absolutely adore it. I wouldn't say it's better than the original to hear it without the lyrics. I feel like the lyrics, again, whether Lansbury or Thompson, kind of blend in with the music. It's hard to separate the two when you're listening to them, but I still really like this one. Fourth from the end, we have Tangled, I See the Light. It's a song that I really like. I feel like it's really quite good and upbeat. This one's nice, but it doesn't feel as important as the original. You know, when you're watching it in the film and Rapunzel's singing about seeing the light, it sounds really monumental, like it's a turning point in the film. It's really pivotal to the narrative. I don't get that feeling or that impression with this version. It's nice to listen to, but it doesn't feel like it's as prominent or as necessary to the narrative. Let It Go is one that I've heard done instrumental or just with an orchestra 1,000 times. So listening to this one here, I didn't get any particular goosebumps. I didn't feel overexcited. Obviously it's gorgeous, but I've heard it done in so many ways, so many times, that I really just want the Idina Menzel version now. I love her version the most, and I enjoyed this one, but it wouldn't be my go-to version. Second last, is actually gorgeous, and this is Reflection from Mulan. Now, I love the lyrics in that one, and I love listening to the original version from the film, but this orchestration was beautiful. It is really moving and really touching, and I feel like it's maybe slightly softer than the original, but ultimately it manages to kind of keep the same tone and the same pace, which is something I really love. Then we come to the last one, When You Wish Upon a Star from Pinocchio. This, I was hoping for an instrumental, for an orchestration. I figure I'm not using the word instrumental correctly. I'm not sure. Hence the disclaimer at the beginning. This one is sung by Renée Fleming, and I will say, such a beautiful voice. Really, really pleasant to listen to. I had hoped for instrumental, but it was still really lovely. This one was 4 minutes in length, though, and I have never heard this being 4 minutes in length. Now, and honestly, it could be 4 minutes in the film. I haven't seen Pinocchio in a long time because it scares me. But every time I've had this on a CD, or even if I've YouTubed it, I don't believe it's ever been that long. And there was a verse at one point that I'd never heard. So that was quite interesting. Ultimately, if you're looking for a slightly softer, more gentle, more classical way to enjoy Disney songs that you love, this is a brilliant choice. Very impressed with the range of songs or the arrangement. I think there's a good mix of different kinds of films in there. Obviously, we've got my personal favourite, The Lion King, and Mary Poppins, which I love. I think Mary Poppins is the only live action. Unless, of course, you're including Beauty and the Beast, which, yeah, I don't. Or Lion King, I guess, as well, is now a live action, and Aladdin. So, yeah, I feel like these are all at least animated at one point, apart from Mary Poppins. Ultimately, it's beautiful. I thoroughly recommend it.